What is going on, guys? Today I will be sharing with you the top 3 biggest mistakes that beginner traders make when they enter the cryptocurrency market. There is so much money to be made in crypto right now, it is actually insane. But as a new investor, you're flying into a market that you don't understand, it's absolutely crazy, and your operating systems you don't fully get. Which is why it is so important you at least understand these 3 simple things so that you can save yourself from losing money and you can make a lot of money. So here are the 3 biggest mistakes that beginner traders make that will help you to get insanely rich.
All I hear, go get the money, so I go get it. Hate means I do something right, so I'ma let them.
As always, disclaimer, this is not financial advice. And if you found any of this helpful at all, then please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, because not only does it massively help the channel, but in the end, it'll massively help you. On this channel, we try to build better humans, we try to invest and make money, and we try to better ourselves all around. And if you're at all inclined to do that and become a better human, then join the community, subscribe to the channel, and we'll grow together. Now, if you are a seasoned investor and you have any other big mistakes that you made and you want to let people know, please leave it in the comments so that everyone can learn and they don't have to go through the mistakes that we did and don't have to learn the hard way. So, mistake number 1 is not using limit orders. Limit orders are just very basic and simple to use. But as a beginner investor, you are probably placing market orders. I did it many times as a beginner investor, and there are so many benefits to only using limit orders. If you only use limit orders, this saves you from the spread. The spread is essentially a 1% difference that the exchange takes from your purchase. Because when you hit buy on that exchange, the amount of time, the fraction of time it takes for that order to execute, there could essentially be fluctuations in price to where the exchange wouldn't be able to actually give you the price that you bought at, and it would essentially lose money to cover your purchase. So the exchange is always going to take a 1% spread to ensure that there's enough variability in your purchase price that it can actually secure you that price. Now, if you set a limit order, it's going to execute at that price. So you are saving 1%. You might think, well, 1%, why does that matter? 1% matters. Over the long term, over the short term, every percent, every penny, every dollar matters. Now, not only does a limit order secure you not having that spread and make sure you execute at that price, it also has the unique ability to make you not make brash decisions. It makes it so you aren't just acting out of some, fear of missing out or being extremely excited about something. It means that you're going to have to execute patience. You can do, 1% off limit order. That's fine. But it at least makes it so you have to practice patience. And cryptocurrency is so heavily a mind game, it is absolutely insane. Fear of missing out is an insane thing because I feel it all the time to this day. Like, I understand the feeling of just wanting to get into something. Like, I have to get in right now because things are moving up and it's all going to go up right now. The bull market is starting right now and I have to get in. It'll save you so many back and forth angry days of kicking yourself for buying when it's green. Like, we all know in the cryptocurrency market, if you're new, you now know you buy red, you sell green. It is so easy to tell yourself you need to buy right now because everything's going through the roof. If you just place that limit order, you're going to have to wait. You're not going to have a choice. The exchange will execute it for you. You can take a second to breathe and analyze and think, okay, do I want it to drop 2%, 5% before I buy? Do I want to sell once it goes up 5% or 10% more? And then you have the ability to maybe check with an AI model, maybe check with someone who has quality information that you genuinely trust, not just anybody blabbing on the internet, and then you can make your decision. Place your limit order, and then it gives you these safety parameters for those to be executed at. Market orders can be very dangerous because of you. because your mind is going to tell you you need to do something right now. You need to move all of these positions, and you're going to have a spread. You're going to execute at a bad time, and you're just going to be making rough decisions. Limit orders at least give you a better chance to have positive positions, better sells, and not make rough, fast, last minute decisions. Limit orders save you. That 1% on that spread adds up. And on the 1% being, something, that leads me into my next biggest mistake. The next biggest mistake is people think, oh, okay, well, what I see with a lot of people, they first get into cryptocurrency. They're scared because, oh, it can go to zero. Okay, so they take like $600 and they say, oh, I'll just put it in and see what it does. They put in $600, well, it drops 5%, and they go, I'm just losing money. And then they think about it, they say, okay, well, even if I made 10% off my $600, that's only $60. $60 is absolutely nothing. I mean, to most people trading. I'm not saying it's absolutely nothing. To the people that are really struggling, I understand, and that's difficult. Keep your head in the game and keep grinding. But so then, time and time again, I have heard the words straight out of people's mouth, you need so much money to actually make real money that it doesn't make sense for me to be trading $300, $600, $1,200 at a time. And that mindset is flawed because every single little amount means something. It genuinely does. Because small gains turn into big gains. You can have regular movement with smaller gains and be consistently making those small amounts. Now, just as an example, I'm not saying this is a strategy or something that people should do, but if you invested $100 and you got a 10% return, that's $110. Okay, if you reinvested $100 with a 10% return 100 times, that's $1.368 million. Now, I'm not saying you are going to take the same $100 and reinvest it 100 times. That would be quite difficult to do, but possible. But that's just an example of how small growth turns into large growth. It's not something to write off. You don't want to write off any small gains, and that's with anything in life. You have to start small. That's where you learn, and you should be grateful to have the ability to learn with a small amount, and you're not dumping, 50 grand into something that's maybe you made a bad decision and it's just going down. Maybe you thought that meme coins were the new thing, and well, now your shitcoin just went to zero. That would suck. But we're also at a stage where there are so many quality coins that you're able to just, try and get a general grasp on things, focus on your small gains, move things around, hold some things long term, and you're going to be in a good position. But don't think because you have a small amount of money that you just won't be able to get anywhere. It'll add up. You'll learn. You'll build. Think about the long term, have patience with your limit orders, and know that your small amount will turn into something bigger. Time and time again, I see people invest a small amount, think they might, make $1 million overnight. They don't do it. They get upset. They pull out their money with 5% loss, and then they never trade again. And that's crazy. That's crazy. You can have multiple portfolios as well. So you could have your long term where you just, you set your money and it builds over time as a long-term investment. But then you have your trading money where you just take small gains. 8 to 14% are great margins. I mean, with the volatility of crypto, things are regularly moving 8 to 14%. That's not unusual. And so you could regularly be trading that. And you think about that 100 investments of $100, at some point you're going to diversify. Yeah, you're going to spread your money into more assets. But knowing that well, now maybe you're trading $1,000. So every 10% you make is $100. That's much better. If you're trading 10,000, that's $1,000 made on one 10% return. Not counting if you're making a 30% return on, a large up hike. There are potential for small gains to turn into large ones. Do not forget that. Everything is about patience, consistency, and dedication, as with anything in life. And we love to practice dedication, commitment, and discipline on this channel with everything in life. And if you can do that, your life will be so much better and you're going to make a ton of money. Now, on to the other biggest mistake I see. I am 100% guilty of this, not saying I am not. And this is going to sound interesting because I'm often providing analysis and predictions for things people can buy. Different coins, different things that AI is predicting will go through the roof. But one of the biggest things is not listening to what influencers say or what people say to buy. And you're going to be like, wow, what a hypocrite. Okay, we'll take it like this. It's not even necessarily about what people say that is going to be bad. There are tons of people that are incredibly well informed, that have tons of experience in cryptocurrency and have made lots of money. And they might have genuinely good information. The issue is that, again, FOMO is real. And I know that if I hear, even if I don't know the person, if I have no knowledge of how much they know and how well they have done in crypto, if I hear them talking about how something's going to go through the roof, I naturally want to buy it. It's just, I do not want to miss out on that massive gain. And so, if you're going to listen to what people say, 100% you're going to want to listen to the information that people are saying. You're just going to be inclined to. I know it. If you're getting interested, you're going to want to research. You're going to want to hear people talking about it. That's natural. But you're going to have to fortify your mind to not react to it. And that is difficult. And there are people that talk about crypto with more just information based. They talk about the technologies. They talk about, what's going on in politics related to cryptocurrency. And that is a much better way to make your own judgment of where sentiment is going, because sentiment is everything in trading. Now, if I were going to listen to anybody, there's three channels that I listen to that are more information based. Now, number one, super information based, is TechPath with Paul Barron Network. He does a wonderful job of really bringing people on that are well informed, of informing people on just the technology, the narrative, and where that could potentially lead, and not just pushing things onto people saying, this is going through the roof, you need to buy this. Another one, My Financial Friend, wonderful. Again, not super pushing, but also gives a little bit more of in depth of why certain things could go through the roof and why politics, economics, geopolitical economics, and everything is related to where the market is headed. Third one, Altcoin Daily, can be a little heavy on the side of pushing you to, FOMO into things. But hey, that's a good challenge. Make sure you fortify your brain and understand that the information Altcoin Daily provides is wonderful, it's exciting, it's great, it's on point. But again, be careful if you're trying to practice some day trading and get really quick gains. Some things you might hear someone talk about, and they could be 100% right that in the next year that thing is going through the roof. But if you were trying to get a return in 3 days so that you can move money around, well, it might go through the bottom. And that's all part of the learning experience. But knowing that you can take information, but don't react. Don't react to what everyone is saying in the moment and just dump your money into places. Practice your limit orders if you are going to make a decision based off what someone is saying. Diversify. You can have small gains while you are learning because they will turn into large gains and you'll have larger positions, more ability to grow. And then just try to focus, clear your mind, and think about what you yourself think is the best decision. Utilize AI. If you got a ChatGPT, which you probably do, run your information through there. Just double check it, cross-reference it, because it's just a backup, it's a friend. Whatever AI you use, utilize it. Understand that certain people will have quality information, other people will not, and then do your very best. Don't allow emotion to get into play. Don't make, brash decisions, and try to stay calm and execute things as best as possible. Those are the three most important things. And if you can do all of that, you're not going to have to focus on learning charts or doing crazy moves. Just keep a long-term strategy and a short-term strategy. That's it. Be able to take gains, be able to control your emotions, and you are going to make tons of money. And that's why you are here watching this right now still. Again, if you found anything helpful out of this, if you have any other tips or things to comment on, leave it in the comments. Let me know. Let me know what you're buying. Let me know how the market's going for you. Let me know what you're learning as a new trader. I appreciate you being here, and I will see you all tomorrow.